YouTube.
What up, YouTube? How's it going, guys? Okay, this is fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I love you guys. So it's next week.
It is. I've
It's
worn
the
the same
16th.
clothes twice.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, so we're doing a thing. This is gonna be a lot of fun. All right.
What do we have? Oh, hold on.
What's up?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. We got to do our intro shit.
Mm-hmm. We actually gonna do the
That's
thing.
right.
So we're gonna start recording again right now. Okay. And 3. Welcome to the One Pan Podcast. I'm John.
And according to 23andMe, I'm 3% Icelandic. And I'm Bryce.
And tonight we'll be making
Bourbon
bacon roast beef sliders
with cheddar cheese on them.
with sesame seeds and cheddar cheese.
Sesame seeds.
Instead
Sesame
of,
seeds.
we use the sesame seeds, but the recipe calls for poppy seeds, but we're doing sesame because I don't want to fail my drug test.
The Fargate. Every time you do your German accent.
It is a Fargate, get it, goes far, and it has nothing to do with that movie and that syndicated series based on the movie.
Okay, fun fact. I've already told you this, but
Germans are
Haven't
offended with
told
that
you.
accent? Yes, it is.
They should be,
They
but-
do.
but
God, I got punched up at one time.
Stargate.
Yeah.
How many seasons? 9?
No
10
fucking idea.
seasons?
I just know Kurt
That was a
Russell's
lot.
giant. Kurt Russell's Guile style
Oh,
flat top. The
Yes.
greatest flat top in the history of mankind that isn't hand drawn.
yeah, like that flat top, you could
Saved nations.
It's, it's
That
a standard
flat top-
of measurement.
That flat top saved America.
Yeah. Have you heard of the kilogram?
Yeah.
It's an object that is so perfectly a kilogram.
Uh-huh.
That's what we're basing it off of. Is that how we're deciding flatness?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
it's one of those. It's in the archive.
That's hilarious. Okay, that's so funny that you bring that up because so I read this article and I'm going to do a terrible job of explaining it, but for the longest time, the kilogram, so there's a universal standard of weights and measures, right? And there exists in a facility, I think in France?
I thought it was in South Africa.
Something like that, that they have the kilogram. The real kilogram, the thing that every kilogram is ever weighed off of, it's the perfect standard of measurement for that. It's been deteriorating.
Yes, which is just what happens.
It just happens like it. So scientists
That's what happens when you exist in this universe.
It's hilarious, but so scientists have redefined how a kilogram is measured, and it's crazy bonkers scientific. But I just remember reading, I'm like, wait a minute, what?
You're like, huh,
It
is that really up to us?
which
Oh wait, we just made it up. It doesn't.
we made it
matter.
up anyway, which just goes like, you can't,
But it's
cause
How can you nail down an idea? Apparently with a nail gun.
with a nail gun. It kills me that they're redefining it because it just proves that there isn't
Right.
anything.
Right.
Nothing is real. The speed of light isn't the speed of light. The speed of light is whatever I want to call it, because whoever invented the speed of light was like 128,000 miles per second. So then the guy who invented the mile was like, I walked this far.
Right.
Because, right, that's
It's,
how
it's
we...
inherently based off of imperfect measurements.
It
and
is,
standards
because we
and-
already have like okay, so a marathon, right? My understanding of how a marathon came about is the length, some battle in
Yeah.
Roman history when the guy ran to whatever. Fill me in, please. I don't want to do the
You're
dishes on this. You're giving me the look of you know what this is.
It was
So don't
Greek
let my
battle.
I was like, please
Okay.
don't let this idiot talk about history.
So it's the Battle of Marathon.
Yes.
Okay. And
Oh, the battle of even fucking better. Thank
there
you.
you go. No worries. It's Greek.
Mhm.
And a dude was going to run from town to town and tell him hey guys,
It's basically the British are coming, right?
essentially it's Greeks. The British are coming, but a guy had to run the whole time. And
The
then-
Persians are
and
coming.
he allegedly died at the end of it.
Yes, but but he died at the very end of the thing when he screamed Nike,
Yeah.
which means
We
victory.
did it!
We did it, right?
And
So
he
it's-
died. That's a mixed message to me. Imagine you're just all right, I'm walking into town, I'm doing my thing, I'm pulling. I'm a Greek. I'm bringing olive oil in pottery.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
bringing it into town, right?
And
Right?
sardines.
And then this guy just runs by. He looks super duper tired, and I'm kind of like, what is he up to?
What's up,
right?
bro?
Right? And then he runs
He
by and he goes,
screams.
Nike, and I'm like.
All right, but
and
then he fucking dies.
And then, it's
And then he dies. Then he doesn't just. It's not like. It's not like he passed out from unconsciousness and then he got sick, and then he was in a couple of days in
Right.
like a weird, like in the barbershop, because the barbershop was like sort of the hospital back then. No, he like straight up heart gave out, blam, was
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. It's like I'd be like, well,
Take that, Usain Bolt.
hmm.
I'm sure he was running fast, but it just makes me laugh that like everything is already based off of everything. So we're like, we're gonna change the unit of measurement based off of. It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
We already named the thing. It doesn't. Whatever Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. If you measure an object in the act of measuring it, you change it. So what's the point of measuring it? I know I'm butchering that scientific principle, but it just
But
makes me
the
think
idea,
it's
you're
more
in the
of
right
like,
spot.
why are we changing the kilogram to become this quote universal standard that's not based off of this thing that weighs anymore
Right.
when it
Fathoms,
already
fathoms were great, but we don't use them anymore.
but it's also like it doesn't fucking matter
Furlongs,
anyway.
great, don't use them anymore.
Hogshead.
Rods, great, we don't use them anymore. There was a time where it made perfect sense, but it could be like we get to a point where like, yeah, the kilogram doesn't make any fucking sense. Why did we spend all this time and all this effort defining it? It's fine, we're just spinning our wheels.
But it just makes me laugh that it's like it doesn't matter. None of those mattered anyway. So why is this one matter any further or more? Because we predefined what a unit of measurement is anyway. It's arbitrary. It only exists to us as it is. So it's like that false perception of. I was talking to you about this a little bit earlier about how dogs, their perception of the world is based off of almost entirely shaped around smell. And you shared the poignant piece of dogs get run over because they trust their sense of smell more than they
Right.
trust their sense of sight, and which is to say, like, we define the universe a very specific way, right? We measure atoms, we have all these things, we have all these names for all this stuff. Is that how the universe is actually, or is it truly just as
Or is
we
it just the lens?
through which we view
Which
it?
the metaphor is even based on sight.
I know,
anyways.
it's fucking great. It's how we view the universe.
Turtles all the way down.
Turtles all the way down. Was that a
No,
TMNT
I
episode?
know. No, it's the.
Sorry, is that
I don't know what it is. but
Is
it's
it a
just
is it a
reference to-
euphemism or something? Like
No,
that?
it's a
When people
reference
say
to,
it's
like-
all sixes.
It's the the people who believe that I don't know if it's a real thing. I guess I should look this up. But it's the whole
Oh, the world's on the back of a turtle.
turtle. But what's that turtle on? Well, it's on an even larger turtle. And then
It's
that
all
one's-
turtles.
And then it's
That's
turtles all
such
the way
a
down.
great euphemism. That's hilarious.
It's just a great way of saying we don't know. It's just more.
We fucking don't know. I got it anyway. That's
Can we
awesome.
get to the bottom of this? No,
it's
just
turtles
more.
all the way down. I've never heard that before. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, if I'm using it wrong, please tell me. But
Sure, I don't know. I
I
mean,
won't stop using it.
maybe Buddhist people will do a thing.
The Buddha.
The Buddha. I feel like that's something like that. I feel like that's an Eastern religion
I think so, it is.
saying, Zoroastrianism or something like that.
Sure.
Sorry, Zoroastrian. I don't know much about you. I just remember
See,
that
when you say
word
that-
in socialism and social studies in like
Social
sixth
studies.
grade.
And socialism
In
studies.
social studies in like sixth grade. I just was like, that's a cool word. I'm gonna be a Zoroastrian. Actually, I don't, and I've learned a little bit about it. No, it's too strict for me.
It's a little weird.
It's
It's a little
weird.
different. That's fine.
I don't have a long enough
Those of you
hair.
who like it, good on you.
Yes, practice what you preach. Just don't kill people.
Just don't do that.
Just don't do that.
That's bad.
But don't do things.
It's a terrible thing to do. Hey, what are we making?
Okay,
What are we making?
so bourbon bacon roast beef sliders.
Yeah, what have we done? We've candied.
Okay, so the whole first bit we did kind of really before the episode began. Oh, look at that shit! It's delicious. It looks like fried. It looks like when a serial killer skins one of their victims in a horror movie. It looks like they're dried flesh.
Ah, yeah,
kind of a thing.
they're treated flesh.
Leatherface.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so what we did before the episode began.
Preheated.
Hey, oven's preheated. What we did was we got our Canadian bacon. We threw it in a pan, in our one pan.
In one pan.
Oh, they said the name of the podcast in the podcast. Self-referential high five. Anyway, what we did was we heated up the bacon and we seared it just a little bit, browned it, got it a little bit gooey, candied it. So then what we did, so we seared it, made it a little bit gooey and delicious, and then poured in, I don't know. Remember that? You ever watched that video of that woman who poured 2 shots of vodka?
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
I poured 2 shots of whiskey.
2 shots of vodka. Glug, 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 glug. Like, ugh.
I poured, quotation marks, 2 shots of whiskey into the pan, and then we used 3 tablespoons of
3
brown,
tablespoons
3
brown
tablespoons
sugar.
of brown sugar to get it really, really fucking delicious. So we've candied that, and what we're doing first is we're doing a layer of here's what the recipe calls for, like roast beef, then the Canadian bacon, then the cheese. What I thought was what if we did cheese, then roast beef, then cheese, then
Just cover it in cheese? Yeah.
just coat it in cheese. because I love cheese.
Well, yeah.
And I feel like what's going to end up happening is if there's not a layer of cheese on the bottom, there's not a layer of cheese on the top, the bread won't stick together.
Agreed.
But if it's cheese, meat, cheese, the meats won't bond, so then the sandwich will fall apart. So what do we gotta have? We gotta have glue, and cheese is pretty good food glue.
Food glue.
Food glue. So we do cheese, and then we do roast beef, and then we do cheese, and then we do the delicious candied Canadian bacon, and then we do cheese, and then we do the top of the sliders, then we'll throw it in the oven for a little while. You have to cook it covered under aluminum foil for about 10 minutes at 350, so 500 degrees because of the goddamn elevation. I will make that joke every single time, even if it isn't funny anymore, you a-holes. Sorry, you're not. We love you guys very, very much. In fact, we're
Thanks
excited.
for tuning in.
Yeah, we're excited that you guys are watching and listening and tuning in. The numbers are going up on the show. It's
We
been
love it.
A ton of fun and everything.
I will be eternally grateful if your participation allows. I will be eternally grateful if your participation allows for us to no longer have day jobs.
Yeah,
Thanks.
love it.
Thanks.
Finger guns. It would be a ton of fun to do that. So Bryce has sprayed the what? Splayed. He splayed the whatever
rain
9x9 casserole dish with some
Roast beef. Do you want to do
with
one
some
layer or
stuff.
2 layers of roast beef?
One layer roast beef is probably fine.
One layer?
One layer roast beef is fine. So he sprayed the dish. He threw the bottom half of the what do we get? Not Hawaiian rolls.
No, we just got just normal like dinner rolls.
Just regular dinner rolls. We kind of we pulled them out of the package, but we didn't pull them apart. We just sliced them in half, whatever it was, so then it fits in the 9x9 perfectly. He laid a couple layers of cheese, and then one good solid layer of roast beef. We're gonna do another layer of cheese, and then we're gonna do the super. I swear to God, this stuff looks really, really good. Now, I worry that it might be too sweet because of the brown sugar, but I'm really interested to try the whiskey flavor because I didn't I didn't just use whiskey. I used forever ago. Bryce got me like 2 years ago. You got me for my birthday. You got me a Glenfiddich single malt 14-year-old Scotch. So I have been delicately nursing that for a long time. We're using the last little bit of it for tonight's recipe. I'm drizzling just a little bit of the gooey, delicious candied sugar. So then we're going to do another layer of cheese.
Put the top on.
And put the top on, and then we're going to put it in the oven. Covered in foil for 10 minutes, and then uncovered for another 10. We'll brush a little butter on top. And
we can spray some margarine.
we'll spray some margarine, which I guess have you always heard that margarine is like 2 steps away from being plastic?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how true that shit
Hold on.
is though.
Let me. I
Like
have
shed
a
some
thing
light
about
on it.
that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you ready? Okay.
The Bryce is right on this.
Oh fuck off.
If we haven't told you before, that used to be Bryce's segment when he was at BYU radio.
Radio.
And he would do the Bryce is right. So I say it all the time now, and he would give him this angry look of like, listen,
Don't bring on my past.
you have 6 more uses of that before I dump you as my friend.
Okay, foil is in place.
Oven is preheated, and we're throwing it on.
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
That's gonna be for a commercial break.
Yeah, you break a little bit for the commercials. That's cool. All right,
Commercial break.
we're gonna come
All
back
right,
and do
so
the thing.
when somebody says, there's these little tidbits.
Mhm.
Oh, I was trying to not touch it. Trying to make noises.
Yeah, you're fine.
Titty sprinkles.
I feel like it's a weird name for boob milk.
Exactly. When there's things that people say that are a good indication that you shouldn't listen to any more things that person says because that person doesn't know what they're talking about.
Sure, when I say things and stuff.
things and stuff.
Yeah, listen.
That's your clue that
I
I'm pulling it out of my ass.
Yeah,
Don't believe
yeah.
me. Get me out of this
I
now,
have
please.
edited our podcast now. This is what the fuck is this? Is episode 16. I have edited our podcast enough now to hear that I say things and stuff and things a fucking lot. It's kind of a thing. I think if I had
It's kind of a thing.
it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a repetitive behavior. If I had a nickel for every time, I'd probably have like $60 cash.
It's a lot of nickels.
Not gonna be like I'd be a millionaire to exaggerate it. I'd literally.
Like I could.
I probably would have enough to buy the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game, which I really want to get.
Hey, one day. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm just getting the butter ready. Yeah. So, have you ever? So people will say margarine is it's one molecule off of margarine. Yes, it is. But like.
Molecules
Well,
margarine is one molecule off
like
of plastic. Is that what
like
you're trying to say?
lots of things are one molecule off from
Oh,
being
sure.
deadly for you. Like
Oh yeah.
like H2O2. It's just one molecule, or it's just one
Oh, sure.
tidbit off of
What is H2O2?
hydrogen peroxide.
Oh.
Yeah, drink that, you die. Drink H2O. It's water, you live. So yeah, so there's these little like things that sometimes people say, and that should be your red flag. Say like, yes, listen to nothing else from their mouth.
They a big dummy.
It's like anti-vaxxers. Like, vaccines shouldn't. I'm not gonna listen to a word you have to say.
Wow. Yeah. Which they apparently identified patient 0 in Washington with the current measles outbreak.
I thought it was West Virginia or something.
I thought it was
Some
on the East
backward
Coast.
ass
No,
place.
not backward ass. It's all the idiot liberals in Seattle who are
Sure.
like, no, the government's trying to poison us with fluoride. And listen, I
Maybe.
like to consider myself a liberal person. That I'm like, yes, LGBTQIA rights are just as important as mine. Gay people need to be able to get married without any form of discrimination. Let them have their cakes. Let women get exactly the equal pay as men. Fair treatment all the way around. And there's lots of times where I'm like, you know what? If the government is poisoning with me with fluoride, what the fuck can I do about it?
Yeah, it's like,
Sorry, man. Because the city controls my water, and then where you want me to get my bottled water from?
what,
The sun?
Arrowhead?
Yeah, Arrowhead. Hopefully, maybe. Okay, cool. Let's just contribute to the plastic waste that is destroying the planet with that. Awesome.
Real quick.
I'll buy Nestle water, which is owned by
Slave labor.
slave labor, or it's just Texas Public Water, which has fluoride in it anyway. So fuck you guys.
There's just no winning. I
No,
feel
there
like
isn't, because there's
just-
laws against collecting rainwater. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
You're like, look,
I'm gonna drink my damn tap water. I got a stupid Brita filter. It's reusable.
right?
Let my charcoal do the thing and
Exactly.
go through the tiny little anemone bites that it eat.
Anemone bites?
It's the bad germs, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to
That
think
should
of
be
things.
like the name of your
What anemone bites? That's my science channel.
little gummy sea.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
Coral-based
Oh
gummies.
shit! At the
We got a
fucking
recording.
museum.
Don't you take this idea? We sue your ass.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna pitch that to the Living
Seriously.
Planet Aquarium.
Exactly.
Little coral
squids,
gummies.
little shrimps, yeah.
Oh
What
shit.
what are they called again?
What?
What was the word?
Anemones.
No. You
Anemone
called it
bits.
something. Anemone bits?
Yeah.
Anemone bits. Okay.
Anemone bites.
Anemone bites.
Anemone bites. That's what it is.
Anemone bites. There you go.
Coral chews.
Coral chews. Chews.
Wait. What's a G? What's an ocean-based G word? I'm trying to think something gummies. A G word. Yeah, like angler gummies.
Sure,
But angler's just the A. Come on, we can do this. This will be fucking hilarious.
Gargantuan shrimp gummies. I don't know. Like, have you heard of deep sea gigantism? So
Yeah.
this is like stuff way down in the bottom of the earth, or in the bottom of the ocean, where like there's nothing for a long ways.
Oh, sure.
There's these critters that just like so there's some critters on the earth
Mhm.
that like they don't really have a lifespan. They just
Oh, sure.
they
The
just
jellyfish that just like there are no
Yeah.
natural predators. There's nothing wrong. They just continue like this thing could be 12,000 years old. We don't know.
they just get bigger till they die, and if nothing hurts them and they get no diseases, they
Yeah.
don't die.
Or they don't run into a sea vent that
So
has
they'd
like
be
12,000 degree
deep
water.
sea gigantism gummies, where they'd be like fist-sized gummies, and you get 4 in a pack.
That's no, you just get one.
Just one,
You just
like
get
a,
one
like a
baseball
jawbreaker.
sized
Yeah.
gummy that you gotta munch on. That's the the best idea. I love that so much.
This idea gave me cancer.
Oh man, this is so good. It's gonna be, it gave me diabetes.
Yep.
Actually, I should say it gave me the bends
The bends.
because it's a ocean related
Yeah.
disease.
I'm petty.
I know you're
Yeah,
petty.
yeah, I know. I know the ocean
Not
shit.
it didn't give me a Mercedes. That's not the
Yeah.
the douchey. It's the Benz. The Beamer belongs. No, knock it off. I don't care. You and you're dumb. Yes, cool. You're upper middle class. Thank you
See,
for
you know
lording it
when
over
people
me.
call it the Benz or
Mhm.
my Benz, I hate that, but
Mhm.
I love it when people call them my Merc.
Uh,
My Mercedes, yeah, the Merc.
Merc.
That's way cooler than my car that rich old white people drive.
The Jaguar.
The Jaguar.
Jaguar. That's great. Which, not gonna lie, I feel like Jaguars picked up their image in the past couple of years, and I feel like a lot of people have had to pick up their image because those, like the rich old white people, already have all those cars, and this younger generation,
We don't have
we don't
cars.
have the money, we don't have the cars, we can't afford it, and I don't think any of us really want that. We don't value objects as much as we nearly value a experiences. Anything. Why am I gonna spend
We're-
$80,000 on
yeah.
a car when it's like, nah, I'll go to Disneyland or go to Europe or fuck, I don't know, pay for a massage for the rest of my life.
Exactly, yeah, with
80K.
these jobs that I have to hunch over, like, sanctuary, sanctuary. That's what I feel like at these office jobs. Just hunched
Quasimodo,
over.
get back to making code, you fucker.
I'm just like, I am ugly, I know, no one would love me.
But I know Python.
But I know,
I know C#.
I know, code. So I was reading something. Yeah,
What?
but yeah.
Oh sure.
It's just some bullshit notification.
Oh, something is your.
Pinterest wants to see if they can get more money out of
Oh
you.
no, I get that, but what's the? We're telling your followers. Hey God, we're telling your followers that you're live. That's fine. I don't really care if we're not live.
Yeah.
Oh God, deep sea gummies is great.
I like that idea.
What did I call them? Ocean gummies. Oh, so ocean gummies.
Anemone
is good.
bites.
Anemone bites and something chews. What did I say?
Coral chews.
Coral chews.
And for every dollar they spend on it, it's $1.
Oh sure,
So
back
we
to
save
like
the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, that'd
Save
be
the
fun.
fucking planet, make $1 million.
Right,
Win,
you know.
win.
That'd be great. And then they're like it's
That does no one watch it.
it'd be you know whatever. I read this article that this company in Australia, they figured out a way to make plastic from avocado seeds.
Oh yeah, I saw
And it's
that.
like biodegradable in like
Yeah.
200 days. I'm like, oh shit, we just did that kind of biodegradable packaging
Yeah.
and bland, make it earth friendly.
Now, the downside to that is, once we eliminate the plastic in the ocean, we
Uh-huh.
no longer get to measure the plastic in the ocean with France's. Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
it's good
sure.
for the planet
Because it was the
bad
size of
for the jokes.
Because it was the size of Texas, and now it's the size of France. Which is bigger, Texas or France?
Texas is bigger than. It's not much bigger, but Texas is bigger than.
Okay,
France.
holy shit! There's that Tumblr post that was passed around for a really long time. They were like, it was people comparing cities or something like that. But it was, they were like, holy shit! You know, something is what's bigger than this? And I'm like, Jacksonville is bigger than Amsterdam. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Not Florida, just Jacksonville.
just the Jacksonville.
Just the city and county of Jacksonville, FL, is bigger than most European nations.
Right. Like you see pictures of events. Like, sure, when I'm down there and I'm wandering in between streets and
Yeah.
space is used as efficiently as
Oh,
possible,
this is
it
pretty
feels
big.
enormous.
Sure, but like
But-
this is downtown Salt Lake. If.
Yeah, but like it could, in a straight line, it'd take me like 5 minutes to walk across it.
Yep.
Or so it looks.
Or sorry, 5 minutes to boat across.
To gondola around.
To gondola around to stick in the water. I wonder what weird shit is hidden underneath there. Because the whole city is like sinking, and it's been around since fucking Galileo or whatever the hell
Right.
it's been.
800 years or something.
Yeah, or it's not Galileo. Who's the other guy?
Like Da Vinci.
That's it. I'm thinking Da Vinci. I'm thinking Da Vinci.
Oh.
All right, hey, 10 minutes. That means we're pulling out our
Boys.
boys, and we're gonna pull off the foil.
Oh, I'm breaking everything.
Diggity dang. You want me to do it with my metal hands?
No.
My robo hands?
Okay.
Oh, nice. Bryce has geniusly just cut a stick of butter and is using it like a
Like a deodorant stick.
you
You can say it. It's like a deodorant
like
stick.
a deodorant stick. I was gonna say like a rubber eraser, but nope. You are you're slamming it on there.
Yeah.
That's just fucking hilarious.
Getting good coverage, you know.
Getting real good coverage. In fact, you know what you should do? You should hold it in the cross sections or in the yes, and hold it for a second while it kind of melts to make sure that the grooves really get like a pool of butter. That's funny. Where's our sesame seeds?
All right.
All right. So after he's I always call it generously applying the butter. I always call it odorant, like Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Do you have any odorant? Sure. I got a old dumpster or wet dog. Do you have any low tide? No.
Low tide. That is a foul smell.
Not gonna lie, actually, ocean smells are one of the very few smells that, even though they stink, I tolerate and I love so much. I love the ocean to pieces and stuff like that. So like that dead fish, while is gross to me, brings back many good memories of days at the beach and surfing and body surfing and getting
good
sunburned.
associations.
Yeah.
Right.
So they stink, but I'm also like, that's so fun. Like,
see, that
I
gives
used to
me
think
hope
about
for
that.
the universe that. Because the ocean smells like ass a lot. Like, it really smells like ass. All right?
Sure.
And the smells...
Nasty,
like,
all day in the sun, bleached egg.
But it does give me
salty ass.
hope that even with those skanky ass smells,
Skank smells.
the good associations make it tolerable.
Yeah.
What other weird smells do you find that you tolerate that other people hate? For me, it's diesel. I can't... I don't know. It's because I grew up in an industrial... very industrial part. You know, Houston.
Oh, see, okay,
Refineries
and that's
and
like,
shit.
yeah, that's like,
So, like, diesel's very, like, ooh, it's my
oh,
childhood.
you know what? Ozone. Have you ever smelled ozone? Okay, so ozone happens oftentimes with, like, welding and arc welding and stuff like that, and my dad always did that shit. He always, he never welded for a living, but he always wanted to be good at welding. So at many points in times in his life, he would spend a bunch of money on a welder, and then shit would happen where he'd have to sell it because they'd be like, we're in a kind of a financial crisis. And it sucked. I always felt bad every time he had to fucking do that. Because it was like, God damn you, late stage capitalism. Can't you just have things to enjoy, you fuckers?
Let me be better at things.
Seriously. Anyway, he would buy like a welding kit or something like that. And it would be that. He would play around with welding fun things. And I think specifically with like TIG welding, the way the materials and everything that's used creates ozone. Which is O3, speaking of more molecules.
Yeah, one molecule off of O2.
So hold on, I'm gonna sprinkle on the sesame seeds.
Oh, that looks professional as shit. I love it.
This looks actually pretty good. Oh, I'm actually kind of.
You feel like you can do better?
A little bit.
No worries.
I'm spilling little dudes everywhere, but I love sesame seeds. What are they? I don't know. I always. It's that. Do you remember that Mitch Hedberg joke? More than another 10 minutes.
Another time.
10 minutes. Oh man, seriously, you guys are gonna love the photo for this is gonna be glorious and delicious.
We're gonna look legit.
It's that Mitch Hedberg joke.
Sorry, I could have given you a warning on that.
That Mitch Hedberg joke where he talks about how they get the sesame seeds to stick to the bun. Is there sesame seed backing? They peel off the little
sticker. Yeah.
Oh, I just love that. Anyway,
I miss him.
I do too. He was a wonderful comedian that I feel like his material is timeless because it never took a stand against anyone.
It just pointed fingers at absurd ideas.
Absurd
Escalators are just stairs that move. When they don't move, they're not out of order.
They're just
stairs.
Thank you for temporarily becoming stairs.
Right.
Right? If you tore an ant's legs off, he would look like a snowman.
Yeah. Like, that doesn't change.
But tortillas are just sleeping bags for ground beef. Anyway.
Hold on, that's incredible. I haven't heard that one, but it really is.
He's funny, but his stuff is really poignant and fun, and not. The best part about it is his stuff is truly timeless because it's just things that we observe in our daily life. He's different than like Seinfeld, who makes jokes about nothing, but I feel like his stuff, while relationship based, also kind of he takes a stance of pointing out flaws of another person.
Yeah.
Which, in and of itself can be fun because you can kind of like, that person's dumb. Also,
they haven't fully thought out their own ideas. Yeah.
So you kind of get to make fun of that kind of thing. But I feel like him. There's probably a handful of comedians that really get that kind of not existential humor in the nihilist sense of existentialism, but they just find the little pieces of like human experience that they laugh and they joke at. Like he does a good job of it. Brian Regan does a good job of it.
And it's also pointing out the things that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think that's why it's so funny, because they point out, you're like, yeah, we do that.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. That is a fun little thing,
Yeah.
especially because yes, it's. I feel like their brand of humor specifically, and those types of comedians that do that focus on that, they're not concerned so much with the overarching problems of life or get caught up with the current details of
They're not
whatever
here to
situation.
solve anything.
No, they're not, and they're just here to be like, hey, this is kind of silly for a little while. So, anyway, I had some big thing I was going to talk about.
You're good. Do the rewind.
Things
Pause due to pork.
I think specifically with like TIG welding, the way. I wonder what weird shit is hidden underneath there. Because the whole city is like sinking. It's been around since fucking Galileo.
Right. 800 years or something.
Yeah, or it's not Galileo. Who's the other guy?
It was Da Vinci.
That's it. That's I'm thinking Da Vinci.
I mean, you might know that. Assassin's Creed 2.
All right. Hey, 10 minutes. That means we're pulling out our
Pulling out.
hose. We're gonna pull off the foil.
Hi, live. Hey, YouTube. We're doing a thing. It's funny that we're live here on YouTube, but it's paused due to poor connection on Instagram. It sucks.
Oh, nice. Bryce is geniusly just cut a stick of butter and is using it like a deodorant. Like a deodorant.
That's fucking funny. I love that you call it a deodorant stick.
Like, just call it what it is. Just call it.
Alright, and we're here. Hold on.
Hey, bud. Go home.
They're not here to solve anything. No, they're not. And they're just here to be like, hey, this is kind of.
Hey, Instagram. How's it going, guys?
It's kind of silly for a little while. So.
They show any numbers?
No, you would see people. Here, hold on. They would show it next to the live. Nobody's watching right now. Ah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Love you guys. I think we appreciate you all this stuff.
You're here in spirit or something.
Okay, Venice. I think it's probably got to be all kinds of crazy shit.
What do you-
okay.
What do you want to be down there?
I don't know. Well, okay,
Because
like
there's got to be
it's
buried
Italy's
fucking treasure,
it's
right?
Italy's couch. It's Italy's
Couch.
it's Italy's stuff hidden in the cushions,
Uh-huh,
man.
uh-huh.
How many people have lived in that city over the past 800 fucking years? How many times have coins been dropped?
Sure.
Or watches been dropped? Or like, oh fuck, I dropped this platter of things. I bet you there's all kinds of like a whole party banquet style. I bet there's silver down there that are like goblets or things,
Yeah.
signet rings, robes and shit. Now there's probably a lot of stuff that's been like totally
lots of trash and
lots of trash.
dead
There's probably
stuff.
been totally stuff destroyed. But I wonder how much shit is just like consistently down there that it's just
right.
and especially because you figure that most of the time it would have fallen in the canals, but it's
still moving water.
it's still moving water. Stuff would have gotten pushed around,
Yeah.
moved around, lifted around. There's probably all kinds of wacky techy shit down there that I'm like, you know what? It'd be fun to go as like a diving team
Totally.
and just like, okay, like you don't even have to have oxygen. You don't even have to have like a tanks of oxygen or anything. You know, you could do like old timey divers where they just had a tube
Right.
up to the boat. You
Yeah.
know, just have,
Or have you ever seen
I just have a really long snorkel.
stupid long snorkel?
Yes, but it's like a
Hold on.
bendable tube,
Idea.
and the very end of the tube has like a flotation device,
Like a
so it
straw?
floats. Yeah,
No, here's what I'm
it's
gonna
a
do.
crazy
Here's what we
straw.
gotta do. So
It's gummy.
we'll
We're
get
full
someone.
circle. I'm just
Hold
kidding.
on. Here's
Okay.
what it is. Here's what it is. So a gondola
Mhm.
with people on top
Mhm.
that have sonar.
Uh.
Okay? But they don't know. No one else knows. This is a secret. Okay. So
Okay.
they have sonar making stuff, and then there's someone beneath the gondola.
Sure.
Okay. Who is doing the looking, the grabbing, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the big old stick that they're using the gondola is your air tube.
Oh.
So no one even knows. So all they're seeing is these people with a laptop, and,
Uh-huh.
and they're just typing away. And then the gondola guy is gondoling.
He's just doing
or
his thing.
whatever.
Oh yeah, totally. And then the two agents that are part of the
Yeah.
thing, like, One's a hot chick, looks like whatever. her
Carmen
face-
Sandiego. I just really wanted to fuck Carmen Sandiego.
I want to watch the Netflix special. The Netflix series that there's a new Netflix.
No, yeah,
Carmen
no, I saw that and I was
season.
like, no, I don't want to fuck that.
Oh, her weird,
No.
weirdly
Kim
blocky.
Possible
Oh,
animation
sure.
style.
Yeah, Kim Possible, the Nicktoons. Oh my God! Speaking of hilarious, I watched.
The internet hates the new Kim Possible movie.
No,
Sorry,
that
go ahead.
I'm sure it does, but I'm laughing at like television shows I haven't thought about in 1,000 years. Today I watched. So I was watching Dash for a little while today when we were having breakfast, and he got up from a nap and he was being hyper fucking cute, and I was sitting in the kitchen space and I put him on the countertop and he was just kind of doing the thing that babies do where they're like, can't hold myself up, my head's wobbling. If I got a
Can't leave
bobblehead,
me alone forever.
if I got a bobblehead, it would bobble less than his actual head.
Sure, he's a weeble wobble.
He's
and he
a
always
weeble
falls
wobble.
down.
He's always weebling and wobbling. We watched the rock bottom episode of SpongeBob from season 1. Did you ever watch SpongeBob?
No, I missed SpongeBob
Oh.
because I was a little too. It was billed. I felt like all of the advertising was for much younger kids,
Oh, sure.
and so I was turned off by that.
Got it.
And then when it kind of aged,
Oh, sure.
and
You were already out of it.
I was already like in
okay.
college,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
didn't have TV.
Well, and that was okay. So my sister was the one who was like, "This is hilarious. Bring it around town." Okay, the first season of SpongeBob I think it's fucking glorious. It's so funny because it's totally. They don't borrow from anybody for anything.
Uh-huh.
They don't copy any tropes. It's like the Flintstones in originality, where they just like. We have this absolutely original and unique concept. Actually, I don't even think the Flintstones did that because the Flintstones was just like, we're going to animate modern American
Yeah.
50s life.
Right. Anything bigger than a person is a dinosaur.
Sure. Well, it's just like Fred Flintstone is Don Draper
Yeah.
under the like with the facade of like it's Stone Age. No, it's really not. I mean,
He's just a
he
construction worker.
He could have been an ad man.
He's a crane operator.
Yeah, pretty much.
In
Which
the
is
50s.
in the 50s, which is
Who had a pension, and he had. Sorry, am I
Yeah,
mad?
no,
about-
he took his yes, I wish I had a pension too. He took his metal lunchbox to his metal lunchbox to thing. They went bowling. They had pork chops on Thursday
Right.
nights, and then they had their club.
Yes.
Whatever fucking magic
Mastodons?
water buffalo. I thought
Water buffalo.
water buffalo. I don't know what the thing was. Aqua moose.
No, there was like some bizarre. No, I think it was water buffalo.
I think it's water buffalo, but the Flintstones was
Why
really.
did they? Oh, that's making fun of like elk clubs.
It's
and stuff.
elk clubs,
Why do they-
Masons, and stuff like that.
Masons for sure.
Fraternities, really. Because what are those clubs? Those are just older versions of frat houses,
Of
right?
WoW guilds.
Which those are the spiritual successors to those.
It really
guys.
is. It really is.
Basically, which just makes me laugh that that's one of those things that humans do. We love tribes. That's this
Yeah,
whole
we
big
love
thing.
we love grouping up and being weird about it.
Well, and being like, my group's different than your group. Fuck you guys. Especially, so I'm reading this book. Oh man, pulling those
Jesus
out.
Christ, I'm excited to eat
Dude,
this.
they look bonkers delicious. Okay, we're gonna take a photo in a little bit. Oh, Bryce, get one with your photo because we're live on Instagram
Oh.
and live on the YouTubes right now. Which, hey, you guys can follow us on our new YouTube channel. I'm creating backlogs of all of our episodes so you can listen to them on YouTube and tell people about them. I'm creating little videos based off of some of our best moments and stuff like that. So if you have ideas for funny bits that you're like, oh my god, I laughed really hard at this part, send me a message on Instagram at One Pen Podcast or on Twitter at One Pen Podcast, and I'll make a little short snippet and stuff like that. We have I already made one for the Joe Rogan Monastery Experience, which was one of my hands down most favorite parts, bits we have ever recorded, which is fun. Bryce is making a thing. Bryce is gonna take a photo right now. It's gonna be super super good. Hold on, let's take a look. I gotta zip back because I was talking about something.
Those clubs, those are just older versions.
Seth. Okay, got it.
We're gonna take a photo right now. It's gonna be super super good. Hold on, let's take a look. Warcraft 2.
Yeah, I got it. Zip that a little bit. the cheese. Oh, never mind. No, you can go from the side. It's not focusing. Okay, too close. It's okay. Anyway. Right.
I'm excited to eat this.
Now I got plates. These are probably going to be really fucking good.
What time is it?
Oh, it's 8 o'clock.
It's not too bad.
Not at all.
Besides, you probably might want to wait until the weather chills out.
That's probably chilled. Look at it. Open it up. Let's see if it's chilled.
West wind.
That's fine.
But, I mean,
I need to get home.
it's throwing it right against the window.
That's fine. Honestly, we don't care. We should get two. I figured because I was like, these look fucking delicious. And they're probably going to be heck.
Tasty as hell.
Oh, hot roast beef. Seriously, guys. Jesus, look at those. YouTube. I don't think you can see how fucking delicious they're
Well.
golden. You almost lost it. Alright. I'm gonna finish my... No, we're gonna eat.
Let's eat.
We're gonna eat and then we're gonna do the thing. I'm not talking about my bit. Okay. Oh my god. 1, they smell amazing. 2, they look incredible. The brown tops, the sesame seed, the melty cheese. Ooh, who the
I'm so
hand?
ready for this.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna munch in. You're gonna munch in. It's gonna be a million degrees. Here it goes.
Okay. I'll let you do it first. Did you die?
It's not that hot.
I think this might be one of the best things we've made.
Oh yeah. Damn. All right. The candied ham
It's wonderful.
is wonderful. I can't really taste the whiskey because I feel like that flavor is gone,
Mm-hmm.
but the brown sugar in the ham is very prevalent and really, really good.
Jesus Christ, this is so tasty.
Holy shit, dude. Okay, this is like a 4.
Do you, this
We're
is
coming up on a 4.5, I think,
Also, it was so easy to make.
which is a total thumbs up. for the
Total thumbs
recipe.
up. Like this is. Can you get 9 rolls all attached together? Can you get cheese? Can you get a bit of meat? The only hard part was candying the.
And
You don't have to do that.
and it was even worth it. No, it was totally worth it though to candy the bacon because I feel like it's fucking super delicious. But
Mhm.
really, if you didn't want to candy the bacon, you know what you could do? You could just get honey baked ham.
Mhm.
Ooh, man.
This is so tasty. Also, good call on putting too much cheese. That was good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's keeping it like it's not even really holding together that well. It would have been a stupid mess if it.
Uh-huh.
And also, more cheese is just delicious. Ah. Ah.
You know what's funny?
What?
It feels like the candied bacon is kind of difficult to chew.
Yeah.
It's almost like jerky though.
Okay. Yeah.
So but it's not because I feel like though it's good. It's not bad because I feel like without that little bit of toughness to it, I
Sure,
guess,
yeah.
this would be a little bit a little too mushy, I think. A little too squishy and not enough texture to it, but shit, man, this hits all the right notes of delicious here.
It's just it would have been a shitty cheesy sandwich without the candied Canadian bacon.
Yes, that's it. And whatever the bacon does, whatever candying, it ties it really together.
It just adds a like I don't want to be a weird fucker, but it adds this like real complexity to it.
Mm-hmm. It makes the cheese taste better. The rolls taste better. The roast beef tastes better. Yeah. Hot damn. And these are thin slices of Canadian bacon, so I would think that even like getting slightly thicker pieces of Canadian bacon would make it really good. Yes, Bryce just used Instagram too
I did.
as a mirror to make sure that he didn't have stuff in his beard.
Like in some ways, I feel bad because I don't feel like recording anymore.
Oh.
like we'll keep going, but I'm sort of like we'll get back to you guys later.
Uh-huh.
I need a few moments alone with these sliders.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment with these. Alright, good. Want another one? Here, I'll give you the coveted middle one.
Oh, I'm gonna say, let's make a plate for Mel before we dump kids or anything.
No, look. There's 9, there's 3 people. We each get 3.
Let's get 3.
Oh, that was yours. You get the middle.
Whoa.
There you go. I'll get this guy.
Those are over. Boom.
Yeah, this is good. Oh. I'm all walking away to sit down. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, Instagram. Oh, you know what? We're going to end the live broadcast a little bit early because I'm going to sit, enjoy, and finish up this episode. You guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to see you guys again really soon, alright? Bye.